Hey everyone, how's it going? So, it's been a week since I ran the Denver Half Marathon, and I just thought I'd make a quick vlog in terms of how the run exactly was. Did manage to capture quite a few video snippets over the course of 13.1 miles. It was a really beautiful course in Denver. It was my first half in US and my first half marathon in over a decade. So we'll go over what exactly my game plan was and whether the game plan was executed successfully or whether it went for a toss. Running in Colorado is obviously tough with it being very high in terms of altitude. The race was really good. I felt positive. The training was not up to the mark. Would have ideally loved to have around 8 to 10 or even 12 weeks worth of training, but just managed to work with around 7 weeks worth of training given the various circumstances as well as the weather issues in Colorado as well. So let's get right into it. Time for the Denver Half Marathon. It's pretty cold in the morning, but the crowd is kicking in and started at 6:30. It's about 5:30 right now, and the atmosphere is really good. People already lining up for the marathon, but the half marathon will begin like around 6:30. So let's go. The start was spread across 25 corals, and it was going to be a bit chaotic because we had about 7,000 runners, and I was in Coral J. With my longest training run over the last 7 weeks being 18 kilometers, I knew that the last 3 kilometers was going to be in uncharted waters for me. But the goal was clear. Let's push for sub 2. The start was pretty crazy since the pathway at the city park was really narrow to accommodate around 300 runners in my coral. However, the group spread out after the first 600 meters, and by the time we hit the 1 kilometer mark, I quickly found my pace. My pace for the first 3 kilometers was right around 5 minutes and 30 seconds per kilometer, and it was going really great until the first hill got to me. First hill absolutely caught me. It's a crazy uphill. Game 27:40. It's crazy. As I crossed the 5 km mark in 27:40, I was on track for a time of 1:57. The next couple of kilometers were going to be through the Denver Zoo, and oh my god, wasn't the zoo so much fun. The lead up to the zoo was packed with people cheering us on as we made our way into the tiny entrance of the zoo. Let's go! Approaching 10 km mark. Let's go. 55:26. Let's go. Hitting the 10 kilometer mark in 55:26, I knew that I was on track for around 1:57. The next few kilometers were going to be through the longest continuous street in USA, the Colfax Avenue. The Colfax Avenue. Yeah.
There you go. Good job, everybody! You guys are crushing it. Perfect morning to run.
15k mark, around 1:23. It's going to be a touch and go. At the 15 kilometer mark, the pace declined a bit, and it looked like my capability was going to be tested as we made it through downtown Denver. And post the 18th kilometer, when I ventured into uncharted waters, is when the biggest uphill happened. Not what you expect in 18 kilometers. Hey! Let's go. Despite this, I somehow held my pace. With cramps settling in around the 20 kilometer mark, I literally hobbled to the final home straight. There were points after the final water station where I wanted to just let go, but the 7 weeks of training meant a lot to me, and I wanted to see it come to fruition. With the crowd pushing us on, I decided to just go for it, and as I crossed the finish line, I ended with a time of 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Let's go on to the next one. Boulder Thoughts, September 29th. Cheers, guys.